But poor minorities have an injustice, and they have an injustice in war as well, because the minorities suffer more. The minorities suffer more. Even with a draft. With a draft, they suffer definitely more. And without a draft, they're suffering disproportionately.
What the hell does that mean? Minorities suffer more in the military in time of war? How so? Is Ron Paul trying to say that minorities suffer more when wounded? That's just idiotic. How does that make any sense to anyone? Is Ron Paul trying to say that minorities suffer more overall casualties than whites? Well, that's not just idiotic, it's absolutely a bold-faced lie. Is Ron Paul trying to say that minorities are proportionately overrepresented in the military as compared to the racial makeup of the country? That's just not true, and especially in time of war. The two major minorities in America are severely underrepresented in the military during the last 10 years. Here is PBS. Quoting Associated Press. Black enrollment in the military has dropped by more than a third since the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq began. The drop was even more pronounced in the Army, which has seen black enlistment drop from 23% of recruits before the war to 12.4% in 2006. Maybe Ron Paul, just like John Kerry and Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid, thinks that the poor are overrepresented in the military. But is that true? Are the rich and middle class so much less patriotic than the poor? Not according to the Heritage Foundation. Here is what they found. Members of the all-volunteer military are significantly more likely to come from high-income neighborhoods than from low-income neighborhoods. Only 11% of enlisted recruits in 2007 came from the poorest 1/5 of neighborhoods, while 25% came from the wealthiest quintile. So why is Ron Paul spreading all these lies? Why is he insulting our nation's youth by implying that the rich and middle class whites are cowards? Why is he insulting the military by implying that only those with no other choice are serving our nation? Ron Paul should be ashamed for making these false and outrageous statements. Call Ron Paul and ask him to apologize and retract these lies. Our veterans deserve better.